Aquarius, welcome to your bonus in-depth reading. That is your 3-month overview, October, November, December. I hope you're well. I hope you are fabulous. We're going to start by going over the board I'm using for you and all 12 signs, that we're on the same page. And to note, this is not a tarot layout. This is a board that I use for the 3-month overview. Starting with the month of October, 10, the Wheel of Fortune. November, 11, Justice. Make sense? December, 12, the Hanged Man, or Perspective in this deck. And then also, I want to take a look at the Sun, Happiness. Are we in tune with it? Are we living it? Are we loving it? Or is the idea of happiness shifting, changing? Very common, very normal. And then the Tower, anything unexpected over the next several months we should know about. Absolutely. Like always, take it resonates, leave it does not, but do keep in mind this is largely future-oriented. So, here at the end of September, do you have an idea, a feeling, an inkling of what to expect over the next several months? Of course you do. Yeah, because you're alive. Okay, you're aware. But also, this is an in-depth look. So there's going to be the stuff you don't know about or how things actually play out, and that's why we're here. But again, yeah, take it resonates, leave it does not. And then also, one of the benefits of looking at months, okay, in advance is that we can see different lines of subject, thinking, feeling, interest, development. Okay, that being said, it may not just be one point of conversation or one story. It could be broken up into multiple segments. So I will do my best to keep things clear as we go along. All right. I'm feeling so much better. Hopefully you can see that for yourself. Thank you all so much for your support while I was sick. And I took even more time off from the last check-in. And I found myself with a great deal of space left over and my energy's up. And I said, you know what? While I have this peace and calm and no stress, let's do some in-depths, which is my preference, of course. And here we are. Worked out quite well. I'm happy to do them. I'm glad I had the chance to, you know? And just in time, literally just in time for the 3-month overview. All right, show me Aquarius, please. In October. 6 of Swords, 2 of Pentacles, Strength. Okay. The Chariot, 3 Cups, Queen of Swords. Cool. Okay. All right, you're showing me some decision making here. Strength, 2 of Pentacles, 6 of Swords. There's something here that's you've been going back and forth on. And you're like, you know what? I'm resolved to leave it alone. Going back and forth, time, energy, effort. It's like, you know what? Forget all that. Forget all that. Forget all that. There's something, what to do and how to do it. What to do and how to do it. What to do and how to do it. Now, to your credit with Strength, you did want resolution. And you're like, enough with the fussing. Enough with the fussing. Whatever that is to you, the 2 of Pentacles, you were fussing over something. Time, energy, effort, logistics, resources. I don't know. Finding space, inclusion. What's it going to look like? How's it going to play out? When, where, how? Forget all that. You dropped all of it. You dropped it. Okay. Like I said, you did want resolve, and so you did. You're like, you know what? Forget all that. I'm just going to do it. So that actually suits you a lot more in this context in October. I'm just going to do it. Whatever it is, I'm just going to do it. Queen of Swords, 3 Cups, the Chariot. I see you actively with your mind, decision-making intact, moving forward to connectivity. It's like, I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to do it. Excuse me. I'm just going to go with the flow. I want to. You want to go with the flow in something in October and it feels right. You don't want to, you're tired of overthinking it. You're tired of overprocessing it. It's like, I'm just going to do it. If it happens, great. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. Okay? But I got to stop with the fussiness. So, you know, I don't mean that in a negative way. It's just something here was fussy to you. It's like, I'm tired of overthinking it. I'm tired of overcalculating it. Trying to break things up proportionately into energy, time, energy, and effort spent. It's like, forget it. I'm just going to do it. Queen of Swords, 3 Cups, the Chariot. Boom. Done. So I see you choosing some sort of connectivity in October that looks light and bright and frankly just fun. It's like, I'm choosing fun. I'm choosing to connect in October and I don't want to overthink it. I don't want to overprocess it because there's something about that that takes you out of the feeling. It takes you out of the moment. You're like, I don't want to do it. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I either have the time for something or I don't. I either have the energy for something or I don't. And I don't want to put any more pressure on myself about trying to make it all work or all line up or all fall into place. Something like that in October. So like, I'm just going to connect to what feels right to me. And I'm going to take that and run with it. I love it. So that doesn't just include people. That could be situational as well. Some of you might have a lot of things that you're trying to line up for October and you want to squeeze it all in and you just can't. And you're just going to pick and choose what feels right to you. But the point is, does it make you feel happy? Okay. Does it make you feel good to participate in it? And can you honestly say, you look at it and you're like, you know what, that was a good choice? Then yeah, there you go. I love it. It's like you're really trying to lighten up, loosen up here in October. Good for you. Stop over processing. Okay? Sometimes we can't accommodate everything. Sometimes we can't connect to everything we want to or everyone we want to. All right? And that's all right. That's life. I say pick and choose based on what feels good to you. Okay. That's good, though. I like it. You seem to be having fun in October. Just taking that feeling, literally running with it, feeling good about it. Don't overthink it. All right. It's looking non-specific at this time, just kind of open-ended. Go with the flow, all that stuff. All right. Show me Aquarius, please.
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
Alexa, volume 0. Did it again. She can't tell the difference between her name and yours. Apparently, it just occurred to me that the Alexa incidences I have is almost always during Aquarius. She can't tell her name apart from yours. What does that say? That makes sense. Sorry about that. That was abrupt, wasn't it? I had no idea she was so loud. I must have had her on high. Typically I do that when I'm doing something upstairs and I'm not paying attention. Okay. All right. It was very abrupt, wasn't it? All right. Show me Aquarius, please. Aquarius. In November. Oh, I thought you were supposed to be smart. Aquarius, Knight of Wands. There you are, darling. The star. Oh, the world. What? What are we doing? The High Priestess, the King of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune. Oh, okay. 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 Huh. And then November, you, at least as I'm seeing it in November, you kind of stop all your sort of fun activities, your lightness, and then you got serious real quick. How interesting. Very grounded. You got very grounded very quickly in November. High Priestess, King of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune. You just had a feeling that you needed to pay attention. You kind of snapped to in November. Man, just when you were going with the flow, you really were going with the flow. I'm proud of you. You stopped over-processing. You stopped overthinking. You stopped trying to include everything, and you just focused on what you genuinely understood would make you feel good. Beautiful. Well done. I love that. And then November hits, Knight of Wands, and there you are, star, the world. The kind of fun, light activities stop. Like, whew, dead in its tracks. It just stopped, and then you got real serious. Oh. Like this. You got real serious. It's like, okay, playtime's over, fun time's over. Now, will it be like that forever? I hope not. You were having a good time. So, I don't know. It's like you finally got you to relax and let your hair down. The High Priestess, King of Pentacles, I can't argue with it, though, because your intuition kicked off and said, get grounded. It's time. Wheel of Fortune. What? It's interesting. You got so serious so quickly, so very grounded. Like you crashed back down to reality. Said intuition's like, okay, get focused. It's time to get focused. Playtime's over. What happened? I'm going to go ahead and take a look at December, and if you don't show me anything new about that, I'm going to go back and make it a point to look at it specifically, because I want to see why you literally halted dead in your tracks, said, okay, playtime's over. It's time to get serious. You just had that feeling. You just had that feeling, get grounded in reality. My attention or focus or my investment or my sense of self is needed. Okay. Let's take a look at you in December. Show me Aquarius, please, in December. And I'm not going to argue with your instinct. It kicked off. Your intuition kicked off and said, get grounded. Focus. Pay attention. You might miss something. What's up? What's going on? What happened? Gosh, it almost looks like literally midway through November. Page of Wands, Five of Cups, and the Six of Cups. Okay. Nine of Pentacles, King of Swords, Seven of Wands. It's tricky. I see you trying to work something out with somebody in December. And I agree, it does require more of your focus. Sure. Page of Wands, Five of Cups, Six of Cups. We have an attachment there to the past. It represents both beautiful, loving memories, but also painful ones and disconnected ones and remorseful ones. We're showing a little bit of energy towards it, not too much. Someone is returning that to you with caution. Presence of mind, presence of self, but caution. Nine of Pentacles, King of Swords, and Seven of Wands. They got their defenses up, but they are showing me presence. They're choosing to be there, okay, of their own sense of free will and individuation. So they look like a very serious character, an experienced person, okay, someone who means well but has a very sharp mind and might have a very sharp tongue. But I will say this, they speak their mind. And if they're choosing to be there, then they're choosing to be there. I know that. It's very self-declaring right there. They don't do anything they don't want to do. It looks like you two are discussing things and experiencing some sort of exchange. Is that why you're like, okay, your intuition got grounded? It's like, hey, get grounded. Fun time's over. Serious, something serious is here. Right around mid-November. Like that conversion's wild. Like, it really is wild. It's almost like you allotted yourself a very specific time to have fun, to relax, be cool, do what you want to do, hang out, you know, go check out the bands or whatever it is that you're into. And then it's like, okay, reality hits. Time to get focused. You felt it. And you saw it. Something happens here in mid-November that requires your focus and involves someone else, someone of the past. And we're giving this person careful attention, careful consideration. You, them, they, you. I have two very strong states of will and states of mind trying to connect. That one's very independent with a very strong mind. Okay? But you are who you are. They are who they are. And I do see you two reminiscing and going over things that represent past positive, past negative, and being open to it. Okay? They're making progress there. Is something, I don't know why, honey, you determined that you needed to be present for it. That was your decision. Okay? It was kind of fun to see you out there in La La Land. You're just having fun. It's almost like you told yourself, Aquarius, we're going to take 2 or 3 weeks to slack off and have some fun. I don't know. Stop taking things so seriously. Just drop what you're doing. Have some fun. And then you did. And then you're like, okay, playtime's over. Like literally, it's day and night for you. Like playtime's over right around mid-November. Your intuition told you to get grounded. So that tells me then we started interacting with this person right around mid-November, but you had the presence of mind to be there. You felt that you should be. So who initiates it, who starts it, Who starts the dialogue? I couldn't say. I don't know this is a person of intimacy. I just know that you've known them and you have many memories. You have as many positive ones as you do war wounds with them. Okay. I know this. They are very much on their own and they have no qualms about it. Like, this is that person. They can go out to dinner by themselves and they're not insecure about it. That's who that is. Oh. It looks a little harsh. I'm not going to lie. They're a bit of a hard ass. I see that. But you two have a fondness. You have a fondness for each other. You know what you're like. You know what they're like. And they know what you're like. They know what they're like. Okay, you have a fondness for each other. Can't say that you don't. You do. I'm very curious about that moment of intuition that you had. I'm definitely going to have to go back and look at that. What told you to kind of get back down there to planet Earth, get grounded, this connection needs you, or that you felt the need to participate in it in some way? And I'm not telling you what to do. You're telling me what's up with you. You didn't have to stop your fun time, your activity time, your play time. You didn't have to. That is literally you and your light, kind of fun, lighthearted energies there. And you're like, okay, close that off, at least for now. And then you got serious and grounded. I'm very curious about that moment. But yeah, this, whatever this is that starts in November, carries over through December. I'm not sure what's at play here in terms of what are we trying to accomplish. It's tricky. It looks like it's a little tricky to navigate. Someone's defenses are quite high. Okay. But I have to maintain there's a lot of emotional memory between you two. It almost looks reflexive, you know. Okay. I'll get back to that. The sun? Show me the sun, please. I really like this for you, though. Queen of Swords, Three of Cups, the Chariot. I'm just going to have fun. I'm just going to go with it. I'll do what I want to do. I'll do this if I want to do that, and I'll connect to this if I want to connect to that. And I'm not going to overthink it. You know, it doesn't have to be a list. It doesn't have to be overly plotted and planned. Let's just do it. Let's just go with it, man. Let's just go. I got you. Okay. The sun. Show me the sun, please. Nine of Swords. Four of Swords. Two of Wands. Something's been on your mind for a long time about would it make you happy. There's something here on your mind quite a bit, actually, that you've actually been working through for a while. And that's an internal dialogue you've had between you and you, so that's good. That means you referenced with yourself first. Two of Wands, Nine of Swords, Four of Swords. That's an internal dialogue. Would doing this make me happy? You said it was a decision for you. Okay. Oh my. What? Would doing this thing, would doing X, Y, or Z make me happy? And you gave that a lot of thought because there was a lot of worry attached to it. Two of... I see. It was them. Okay. Yeah, consistency. This is one of the benefits, by the way, to doing in-depths plus using multiple decks, is that it gives you an allowance to see consistency. So FYI, if you're new to tarot or you're thinking about doing this full-time, I love in-depth, but particularly the use of multiple decks, while it can be overwhelming to your audience sometimes, helps reinforce the point of the reading, okay, or one of the points. Nine of Pentacles. Okay, there they are again. You already kind of showed me who you are, so I knew right away that that was someone outside of you. Two of Cups, Page of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles. Yeah. So again, I'm not telling you what to do. This is either your reading or it's not. That's it. I'm trying to paint a picture of you. You have such an interesting approach to things. It's like there's two sides of you. There's a side of you that schedules fun, activity, and allowance to be kind of free, carefree, not give a damn, right? And you have to decide upon that. And there's the other side of you that has to decide to be grounded, take things seriously, and be present. You really think things through no matter what it is, be it play or work or a lightheartedness or a sense of serious connectivity. You really do have a tendency to think everything through, which has its advantages, yes. You can think about everything, really, and leave no stone unturned, but at the same time, it can make you incredibly anxious, am I right? Even the stuff that should make you happy can make you anxious sometimes. You get overwhelmed with processing it sometimes, trying to make sure everything's planned perfect or it's just the right experience, am I right? It's a little bit more about you. You see how much I can get off tarot cards? Yeah. I bet you're very meticulous and you have a way of doing things. Anyway, I just wanted to touch a little bit more on your personality. Nine of Pentacles, this one is very independent. So that means they have a way of doing things too, but you already know that. Two of Wands, Nine of Swords, Four of Swords. You thought about this, and that was good. I'm glad that you did. It's part of who you are. It's part of your characteristics. It's part of your MO. So I don't want you to go outside of that. It's what you're comfortable with, right? It's a strength for you. So in having thought about this, you asked yourself reasonably, I have a decision to make. It might involve some communication. It might involve some action on my part. But I have to ask myself, because it causes me so much anxiety, would it make me happy to do this? Would it be happy for me to go there? Would it be happy for me to talk to this person? Would it be good for me? I need to know that this would be good for me. And you lingered on that subject for a long time, as is your way. Honey, look at how seriously you took just with the idea of having some time off. Yeah. But you had to know whatever this was, is that it would make you happy to do it, that it would make you feel better for having done it, communicated with it, participated with it. Page of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, Two of Cups. Yeah, there's love here. There is. Some kind of love. I don't know what kind of love. But it's the understanding that you two mean something to each other in some way. And we seem to have a lot of respect for what they feel and who they are. Okay. So, I suppose in many respects, you two are a lot alike. You have your ways, they have their ways, clearly. But there's a fondness there. You have a past and a fondness. What kind of love, I don't know. But it's some kind of love. So yeah, you're right. You did have to know it would make you happy. And that's why you said, okay, now's the time. Get grounded, get focused. It's like you put your game face on. It's like it was time to come back down to planet Earth. And it was time to kind of activate this element of happiness as you best understood it. My conversing with them, my talking to them, will that be a good thing for me? Will that make me happy? Will that make them happy? We had to think about it. We had to think about it real hard. But yeah, there's a reason why you went, okay, back down to earth. Be present. Be present. Be of mind. And then it carries into December, so it's not like you were dismissed. You didn't dismiss them, and they didn't dismiss you, so something went right. I mean, they're still standing there. Like, I'm still here. Yeah, we're still talking. Yeah. There is a sweet sorrow attached to this one, isn't there? There is. Yeah. They got so much. They really know who they are. I'll put it that way. They don't mince words. I don't believe. The Tower. In fact, they might have a little bit of nerve saying what they say. I don't know. But it's honest. All right, the Tower. Anything unexpected or untowards we should know about? I am so curious about the nature of your two's connection, relationship. It's some kind of thing. And I am. But I respect, and yeah, okay. But I respect your process here for thoroughly going over things and asking yourself, is this good for me? Would it be good for them as I understand it? You know, would I be making their day a little brighter? I don't know. Something like that. Oh, the Chariot. Oh, that feels so personal. Why do I feel like I'm looking at your underwear drawer? It just feels so personal. It's like I shouldn't be in there. Oh, yeah, no. I'm like that. I kind of say it as it is, even if it makes things more uncomfortable. It's like, well, still. The Chariot, the Magician, Knight of Wands over the Tower. The opposite of that is true. So the so this is doing away with false thinking, false beliefs, false practices. The Tower. We had it built up in our head that it was a certain way because it was just more convenient, or we believed it was more convenient or frankly easier to look at something from a particular point of view because we didn't want to see the truth for what it was. The foundation might have been strong, but everything that built up around it, the tower itself, the walls were incredibly weak and poorly reinforced, and it was eventually going to fall down. So the foundation of your tower is actually quite strong, and that was the honest part. Everything else after that was kind of a fib. Knight of Wands, the Magician, the Chariot. We still manifest this, but we spend a lot of time telling ourselves, no, we don't. I'm not trying to call you out. This is why we're here, guys. This is why I read tarot. You know, it's uncomfortable shit. A lot of people think it's just aces and no. No. Much of tarot revolves around who we are as people, like authentically who we are as people, what we experience, why we do what we do, why we experience what we experience, and what we will continue to do and experience. Unless we're willing to make changes and have insights and be influenced by life and everything that it affords. You know? And I can see you're that person who absolutely puts a lot of faith in experiences. You welcome them. You plan for a lot of them, but you welcome them for the most part. And this is something that you really had to go out of your way to understand if you want to continue to welcome in your life. Speak with, take a chance on. But the way you snap back down to reality and said, playtime's over, I need to be present for this, it's time. Right around mid-November, it's like I can literally set my calendar to it. Like you can, too. You might have a specific date in November. You may not be aware of it right now, but you will. And that's if you resonate. That's the trick right there. This one's so specific. I can see where a lot of people would be turned off by it. The Chariot, the Magician, the Knight of Wands. Yeah, no, the opposite of that is true. We very much want this. We still do to this day. It's like if we could pick this thing up and just run with it, we would. You're showing me such quality presence of mind to connect to this. You didn't have to. You chose to. And that makes all the difference. There's a big difference between I choose to and I have to. This person chose to still be a person of presence as you two hash out whatever. The unresolved feelings of the past. That's an easy shot. I probably didn't even bother clarifying that because it's so easy. I feel like if you're new to tarot, you could have gotten that easily. No, that was obvious. I'm saying you're choosing choice in a greater scheme of things, and so are they. It's important to you, it's important to them. You got focused and grounded, so did they. You still want this. And I can see that you invested some time in trying to talk yourself out of that. No, I don't. No, I don't. I don't want this. I don't. I don't manifest this. I don't have energy for this. I don't want it to proceed or move forward. And I think that's part of what you had to address back here in your moment of silence around the subject when it comes to them. I'm sure they're a hard ass. I'm sure they're a pain in the ass. They might even be inflexible. Yeah, like attracts like. I told you. You're very peculiar about how you do things. So do they. But you still want this. It's not an accusation. No, that's what the Tower is. It's, let's bring all that bullshit down. We do. I'm not telling you what to do, guys. You're choosing. Again, I applaud that when people show me choice over that sense of I have to. It's usually a cop-out to keep doing something because we don't want to get confrontational. Sorry. Not sorry. I calls them like I sees it. I'd rather you choose from a place of knowing choice as opposed to any sort of bullshit about I have to. No, you don't. You didn't have to. You didn't have to be a person of presence. You didn't have to get focused. You didn't have to go through this. He's like, you know what? My happiness has nothing to do with them. Fuck off. That Tower wouldn't be there. That person working things out with you wouldn't be there. 7 of Pentacles is in reverse. Okay. We really were convinced the feelings for this wouldn't go anywhere. I actually think that that's them. That's their Tower. I could be wrong. It is technically your reading. By all rights, I have every reason to default to you. It's not you, it's them. I just know. That's why I do what I do. That's why my job is my job. 7 Pentacles, it's kind of like saying my connection to you is a waste of time. Or my love for you is a waste of time. That's probably what they told themselves to make life easier for them. Just kind of like the way you said, I don't want them. I don't summon them. I have no energy for them. I don't want it to move forward. Chariot, I have no interest in that, taking that anywhere. No, no, no. And they had a little thing they were telling themselves too. I am successful. I don't need that connection to Aquarius. I am successful. They're saying that they're pretty grounded too. And that they're stable. And that, you know, they tend to appreciate emotional stability as well. And strength of emotion, this kind of thing. And they said whatever they had with you, 7 of Pentacles in reverse, was a waste of time. So that's what they've been telling themselves. It lended to who they are. Even though they have a hard time acknowledging it. So it wasn't for nothing. But they've been telling themselves, whatever it is between us, it was for nothing. It wasn't. It actually helped. Oh, I feel like they would get so pissed with me. But if they're smart, even though they're hard-headed, they might be, but they're still smart. If we got past that Tower, they would say, yeah, having been connected to you, my life changed a little bit, yeah. You did lend to my foundation. You weren't a total waste of time, or my feelings for you weren't a total waste of time. In some way, it helped them grow. So you kind of got the shit you're dealing with in terms of the Tower, that room for deniability, and you're experiencing that. And when you completely experience it, I don't know, but it's somewhere around here when you really go within and get quiet and ask yourself, do I really want to do this? Is this really what's going to make me happy? And would it make them happy or would it piss them off? And they have their own Tower too. They really are convinced or tried to convince themselves that them being emotionally connected to you was a waste of time. It wasn't. In some way you're cooked into their foundation, I believe, or baked into their foundation. I like to cook, so I often reference food. Okay. That moment right here, that moment's in time. I'm telling you, mid-November, I'm calling it right around there. Maybe not the 15th. Maybe a day before, maybe a couple days after, but there's something here. It's like I choose to be present. Yeah. Intuitively, there's that Chariot again. I like your reading, I do. I don't know who the hell this is to you guys. I know you have a shared history with them. And you didn't have to be there, neither do they. But I respect people's choice. Not the bullshit we tell ourselves about why we did it. Those are excuses. But you know what? Okay, fine. I give you this. Maybe you had some overdue time to yourself in October and you're like, what do I even do with all this time? Oh my God. And I like how you focus on, you know what, this is what's going to make me happy. And that was a good choice. And then party stops. I'm not saying it has to. You're like, okay, time to get serious. I don't know. Right there in that moment in time, I'm so curious. I'm so drawn to that visually. The High Priestess, King of Pentacles, yeah. Smuckers. King of Cups, Knight of Cups. Open up. Somebody opens up. I believe it's you, but could be them. They showed me the Queen of Cups. You might be the King here. And Knights of Cups. There's open right there. Mid-November. Yeah, somebody opens up from the heart beautifully, I might add, and expresses themselves. Right there. Right there. Right around Scorpio season. Could be Scorpio connecting with. Could be a birthday thing. I don't know. Judgment, 3 swords. It's time. It's time. Time to heal those wounds. Again, I'm not saying you have to. I advocate choice. In case you didn't pick up on that, let me make it clear. Choice. Tarot is the proof of choice, not the absence of it. It's our choices that define who we are. Okay? Not our ability to dodge them or avoid them, to own them. That says who we are. And it's time. And in Judgment with the 3 swords, it's time. Okay? Anything else? Just open-ended advice. I have no idea who this is to you, but I wish I could tell that person it wasn't a waste of time. And they know that. Again, the tower is built on, well, what's built up around it is falseness. It wasn't a waste of time. And you, in some way, you still want this. And I see it. I see it because it's there, not because it isn't. 7 of Wands, Knight of Wands, 10 of Wands. Someone I don't know who is kind of exhausted by staying away. And they have to fight or put up a defense about that energy like every day. It's exhausting. It does take a lot of energy to deny. As much as it does to pull something towards us, it takes as much energy to push it away. Someone here spends a lot of energy pushing the energy away, pushing the feeling away, pushing the energy away. It's exhausting. Yeah, it's who they are. I know who they are. There they are. Queen of Swords. I'm sorry, Queen of Cups, the King of Swords. Yeah, there it is, the Tower. Yeah. Yeah, 5 of Pentacles. There it is. It's a false belief that, there's that false belief I was looking at. That whatever here was built between you two meant nothing. There it is again. So, they have hurt feelings. You do too, I'm sure. They have grievances. You do too. All right? There's something here about this person. It was a waste of time. They know different. They know better. You know this wasn't a waste of time. All right. Goodness me, but realistically, you two have some things to overcome, yes, particularly about these false beliefs and the shared disruption of the past. And yet I still see 2 people standing there, trying to figure it out. I know when somebody calls it quits, it just seems like there's a lot of misunderstanding. And just, where does our bruised ego go? Where does our hurt go? Well, sometimes it's easier to invest in a tower and false beliefs. They didn't mean nothing. I don't want them. I don't want anything to do with them anymore. And we build into that. We build into that. It could only be sustained for so long. Okay. Before it comes down. And when that tower finally comes crashing down, it's all bullshit. It did mean something. It is still important to me. I would still have this person, their energy in my corner, by my side, something. Okay? And that when that kind of point comes crashing home, when We understand how much the opposite is true, and that's what I'm seeing for you too. Okay? It's kind of like in connecting to them again, or they to you. One or both of you spend a lot of time saying, I will not smile when I see them. I will not. I will not smile. I will be super serious. I will not smile. And then what do? What happens? The truth happens. You smile. You might feel like an asshole, but it's honest. You're an honest asshole. You're smiling. They're smiling at each other. It's like, I told myself I wouldn't smile. That was a tower. It was a falseness. It's the opposite of what you knew was going to happen. But you had to tell yourself otherwise. Why? Because we got to protect our egos. That's why, man. We got to protect our egos. Right? We can't tell the other person I miss you. Why would we do that? That's stupid. Now, I'm not talking about anything here that's toxic. I honestly see something that's been neglected between these two. That's it. I know toxic when I see it. I know when something's over, final, done, over. No, this ain't it. There's been a lot of room, however, realistically, there's been a lot of this thing to grow out of proportion. Okay? So, imagine, as much as I detest, okay, Our Lady of Perpetual Long Care and how my neighbors seem to be absolutely addicted to it. The fact of the matter is, do you ever seen what happens to a lawn when you neglect it for years? It's overgrown. You don't even know where to start with it. That's how it's completely out of shape. Okay? You need 2, 3, 4 times as much manpower to get it done. Right? And that's what this is. There's an overgrown situation. There was a lot of room for illusion and resentment to take this thing over. But you are a complete person at the end of the day who chose to step into this, and so were they. Okay. All right. That judgment, I'm telling you something. I'm telling you what's what. I was like, they're going to show me judgment. Yes. There it is. In traditional tarot, judgment is marked as 20. In this oracle, it is as 14. Somewhere around that time, I believe, right there, right smack in the middle of November, between the 14th and maybe the 20th, that's where I see you two stop and choose to face each other. Contact something. You got focused, down to earth. So did they. But this is the time. The time is nigh. Soul searching will bring inner peace to many areas of your life. Again, you've already been kind of doing the work about would this make you happy, and you're still looking at that decision right now as we speak. You haven't made up your mind yet. So again, these things are subject to change, but yeah, there you go. I'm saying but one particular path here, unity, getting on the same page, 34. A time of divine understanding, renewal, peace, and hope. You radiate and attract great love and unity at this time. Okay? Unity. Mm-hmm. Mm. So I'm focusing on the hands there. It's not just what's in the image. I'm seeing it in context to an environment. Like sitting down at the table, just kind of lightly. It's nothing passionate, it's nothing. It's just a very light. It's kind of like, it's good to see you. It's kind of like that. It means a lot. In the near future. Let me remind you, this is tarot. In the near future, 6 weeks qualifies. And that's technically correct. Yes, in the near future. But I see you're in the space of still making up your mind now. Okay? But please do take that time. You clearly earned it in October to have some relaxed time. If you believe, yes, in the near future, I agree. If you believe. Yes, but please, just look at that. Fun time's over. Boom, right there, mid-November. Then you got serious. Not too serious. but grounded. Okay. We have the letters Z, T, M, A. We have the medallion of Sagittarius as well as Virgo. You might have any of these very strong placements in your chart. Could be connecting to other season, might be important to you. I did reference Scorpio earlier because it does fall right within Scorpio's season, right around that time. And then there's the King of Cups, so just FYI. And then we also have the Captain's Wheel, Wheel of Fortune, and the World. Yes, time moves forward, and sometimes doors close, open, and sometimes they reopen or reclose again. But time will tell. Okay? Time will tell. I do know time has passed. All right, Aquarius honey, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well.